and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
Juice, please. Juice, please. Wow. Woo. Hello.
0600.
Yes.
What's the O stand for?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's early.
All right, folks,
Come
enjoy
on,
the show.
Joe.
Stay tuned. We're going live.
Come on, Joe.
4, 3.
Morning Mayhem
Starts now.
with David
I am
Basil,
here.
Roger Scott,
I am present.
and Justin Moore.
Justin!
Live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Ba-ba-dum.
Mississippi Queen. Let's go to the phones. Talk to Nancy Holtis down at Oaklawn. Nancy? Oh, you got to pot her up. Got to pot her up.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
All right. 6:09. Let's go. Let's go. Move it. Move it. Move it.
Outlaw.
Morning, Outlaw.
What's up, Outlaw?
Now. Trip, you know what to do now.
I think so.
It's Los Angeles.
Rainwater. Is that Rainwater on the phone? Let's take it.
What's that bulge in his
It's Kip, and he's 23 years old, Rainwater. Back off. Take all the cardi flying over to the Golden State.
Hey, Sal.
Sal. Swing low, chariot, come down, easy taxi to the terminal zone. And let me make it to the
There we go.
telephone. Los Angeles.
Oh, very nice. Great job.
Nailed it.
No Joe. No Joe, Los Angeles. I hope Joe said it in his car. Hope he said it to
I
himself.
hope so. Joe, call in, Joe. Call in.
And then,
Put his cam on, put his name up and everything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
What is that?
He's got his cam up. He's got his name up.
I was
He's ready to
fully
go.
prepared.
Yeah, because I told you he'd be here before the show starts.
Yeah.
Like he's always. Jeez, I tell you.
the Cardi.
Flying over to the Golden State. Oh, Joe's showing me off his ring finger. No, that's not his ring finger. Thanks, Joe.
Swing low, chariot, come down easy, taxi to the terminal zone. Cut your engines and cool.
All right, the second time, Chicken.
Los Angeles.
That's, I'll tell you right now.
Tied.
Hello, boss. This is
Hey,
Hey,
Frank.
Frank.
Oh, boys on the line.
All right, it is Thursday, October 17th. Is the Giant? Oh, they.
Uh-oh.
get it.
Fashionably late.
You did it. You did it. You did. Listen,
did it.
you know what I like
appreciate
about
the
this?
effort.
Like, Hall of Famer,
Yes.
Olympic champion, world
Yes.
champion. He says he's late. He says he's late.
running.
The theme
He's
music
running
is
here.
still playing.
He's running.
and
to
he's
get
here right now.
That's effort. That's great
You
effort.
got one job, Joe. Los Angeles.
You're here, though. That's
You're
it.
here,
You're
you're
here.
here,
You're here.
you're
We don't
here.
get to see you very often. We're looking forward to seeing you this week, and we look forward to invading your territory next Thursday morning. We'll be at the golf course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. We're back-to-back days. We're
Back
Wednesday,
to back and belly to belly.
We'll visit with Freddie Black today, talking
Yes.
about the Simmons Bank Championship.
Thursday and Friday, yep.
No, not Friday. They're doing Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, I thought it was Thursday, Friday.
I was thinking it's Wednesday, Thursday.
I don't know if you know.
Because the tournament starts Friday. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't think we're there on the day of that tournament. But Joe, that thing's coming together, isn't it?
Oh, I was out there last night. It's
That's you're a member of that club, right? This Pleasant
I've been
Valley.
there since '89.
I mean, a complete transformation. Of course,
I'm looking.
well, the other thing, Joe, is that
I got Thursday, Friday here, bro.
okay. I don't know. I could be wrong on that, obviously. Not only do you have the new clubhouse. Morning, Rick. How are you?
Hey, Ricky.
Not only the clubhouse looks amazing, but then the course has been transformed with all these stands and tents and.
Yeah.
I mean, again, just like you see on television, those championship courses.
They're putting fences around.
Well, that's right. You
perimeter
can't see.
from the road. Yeah.
How about that? Yeah, I mean,
Listen, we'll be parking on the road. We have permits to park on the road, and we do, because if you don't have it,
there's not much of that. That's why he's saying. We get ready to say rather that they're most of those Roger. They're having to.
Yeah, you got to go.
Oh, I know. For our show, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
you guys are down by number 11.
Yeah, but around the hole where we saw you the last time. I mean,
you're
you can
right,
see it from there.
Just north of that.
Yeah.
But it's almost unrecognizable, I would imagine, that what you normally would see. But now you've got the sponsor tents and
Paper said it was ready.
I mean, they are. I mean, I was out there walking early yesterday morning, and there are people everywhere.
yeah, so Simmons obviously is the presenting sponsor, is the sponsor of it. Of course, Stevens is too.
Yeah.
But they brought in a company that does this. I mean, you can't do this by yourself.
You mean like the California wine mixer
That's
people?
It. Yeah, they bring them in, and they've been working on this thing for a year or more.
A week ago, we were out there playing, and there was a guy out there, and they're putting up signs. We kind of started talking to him, and he's like, he goes, yeah, my group's from Tampa.
Yeah.
Wow. He goes, and that's what they do. They come in about 2 or 3 weeks before, and
some people, Roger, don't know much about that area, Pleasant Valley. I mean, it's in the middle of the neighborhood, it's right down from Pulaski Academy High School, right down the street from there. It's surrounded by homes, neighborhood. Yeah.
Like when you're playing, like if you're out there playing on Friday night or something, you can hear the PA band.
Yeah.
Is that right?
You can hear the people cheer.
That's cool.
I mean,
That's Americana.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a big deal coming up. We'll visit with Freddie Black, as I mentioned. Also, of course, it's Thursday. That means what, Joe, at Corky's?
It's Burger Day, man. $8 burgers.
Yes, as always. It's the Burger Day. Better than good day.
Okay, burger. And you can do whatever you want with it.
Anything.
Put a little mushroom on it.
In addition to Joe Klein, we have Mark May, brought to you by Edwards Food Giant.
They're the meat people.
D-Mac will be with us, brought to you by Fortified Building Solutions in Benton. And you think of LSU, I think of Darren McFadden, Matt Jones. You think of the ones who've had the great games. And of course, he said he beat LSU, right? He didn't beat him that game. Did he?
That one where he ran
triple overtime. He won that game.
brought the wood.
Wasn't that like Houston's last game?
Yeah, 50-48. That was the last game.
Did he not win the one where the crowd goes to a
we
crescendo?
we scored 50, beat LSU, and we were only 8-4.
Yeah.
And we fired our coach.
Yeah. Well, no, he
right?
we didn't fire him. He left. He went to Ole Miss.
They ran him off.
Yeah. Well, you can certainly say that, but he got a sweet deal at Ole Miss.
Yeah, he got tired
the handcuffs and whatever.
Yeah,
No,
they gave him the golden handcuffs, and then what? 2 days later, he.
That is.
I mean, I remember they were like, we're going to give him these golden.
I think he got a good deal.
And then 2 days later,
He goes to Ole Miss.
He goes to Ole Miss.
Yeah. But and then we were talking about the boot game. The next year, Joe, you have Miracle on Markham 2 in the same corner of the end zone where Miracle on Markham 1 was. So you had back-to-back wins. One was down there in the triple overtime. And, of course, LSU goes on to win the national championship.
Yeah.
They lost that late in the season and still won the national championship. So, anyway, are you going up the game, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got a pair of tickets to give away, too.
Oh my gosh, Roger. Wow. That's big.
You're excited right
do
now.
we do
I mean,
Factor Crap?
That's a huge gift
I
for
know.
Factor Crap, but it's a huge gift with the huge man here to give it away.
Yes.
It's been a while, but I have not had so many people ask me for tickets.
Tickets.
Oh, I know. I got calls from people who said they've asked you, and I'm going.
Well, hey, it's big. Hey,
I'm
it's,
like, I've got 45 children and grandchildren.
Yeah.
yeah. Listen,
So what do you tell those people? Because I'll tell
I
them,
just say I said if I hear of anything, I mean,
and that's it. And I sort
a
of
lot of
think,
times- a lot
should
of
we
times-
even do that? Because you're
a
not
lot of-
going to
lot
hear
of
anything
lot
given
of
to them.
A lot of times, usually you have people that end up like, you can't go. Do you
People
need
wanna
any
use their tickets,
Or
yeah,
They want
yeah.
somebody to use their tickets. They don't want to leave them, but not this time.
Well, the two things. This feels bigger than the Tennessee game, even though Tennessee was number 4. In the fact that now we've had 2 weeks to hype it, 2 weeks to get excited, 2 weeks to talk about how much better we are, and that we may have a shot at beating LSU. Now, Roger, I looked at the Oklahoma Sports app. It's 2.5. It's back. So it may
Is it really dropped down?
down to
Okay.
2.5.
Very good,
I
very
like
good.
this. I like it so much better when I was driving up there 2 weeks ago and we were 14 point.
Yeah,
underdogs
yeah. How about that?
and
How about that?
Just sitting there going, man, I hope it's a game. And now I have some
Yeah,
kind of
anxiety,
expectation
yes,
that
yes.
we might win. And
I do too.
I feel like I'm being
I
set
know.
up.
You being punked? No, listen,
I feel
that's
like
that
I'm being
mentality.
set up.
I know, no.
I like that we got him at home, Joe. I like that again. You've heard it. We talked about all week. This is the first time this has ever happened in the history of the program, Joe. Back to back games at home against top 10 team.
And the
Matter of
other part
fact,
of
did you hear the Texas Georgia game, Roger? It's the first time. It's only the third time in the history of the Texas Proud program that they've had 2 teams in the top 5 play each other. In other words, Texas was in the top 5 and their opponent. One was 1970, the old Razorbacks of Arkansas and Texas back in 1970.
Bruce James.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering,
Was he gone?
was he gone in 70?
Maybe.
I
Okay.
can't ever remember that. But anyway, historic night, Joe, the fact that you got back-to-back. It's going to be a great weather night.
That's why. Well, when you look at Texas, other than when they were in the Big 12, if that didn't happen, because there was not that many other than Arkansas in the Southwest Conference that would have done that with Texas.
That would have been good enough to
be in the top 10
top
or whatever
five.
you just
Top
whatever you
five,
say. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there's going to listen. I tell you, you've got ESPN, right? It's ESPN mothership, isn't it? I
Yes.
think it's the mothership. Yeah. By the way, that's a Trip. Trip Keeter.
Trip
The
Keeter.
Keatster. The Keatster. Filling in for Josh.
Keatster.
The Keatster.
Okay. All right, you want to go with that?
Makes such a good ring to it.
Or McKeeter.
What?
McKeeter.
The old McKeeter. Or you like
No.
Keister?
Well, Keister's better than McKeeter because I don't know. I don't know if you meant to say that. I don't know. So, but his name is Trip. Do we call him Trey? Because we call Trey Trip. Anybody that's
I think
named
that would
Trip
be
or Trey.
confusing. I think it would
It
be-
might
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Well, I called him Kip when he came
Yeah,
in.
you
So
did
I
call
took
him
the
Kip.
Yeah, you did.
I
So,
called him
Joe,
Kip.
you talking about dedication? This dude gets up at 3:15 in the morning and drives from Heber to do.
Well, I get up at 2:30.
Yeah, gets up at 2:30
and I
and
leave
leaves.
at 3:15.
Yeah, because he loves, like you, Joe. He
That's
loves
what we
being
do with
here.
that with our
I
hiring.
woke up at 5:45.
Yeah, that's okay. Joe, with our strategic hiring, we're going to find the great people, but they have to drive an hour and
Yeah.
have to get
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure
dedication.
I'm sure he gets mileage and.
Not with this
Not
group,
fun.
I don't think.
All right, yeah, let's put some money on it.
Look at Rogers got his new Razorback hat provided
Buddy of
by
mine gave me
Justin Moore.
What do you think of
Look at
that?
that? It's good looking at it.
I got a couple of
Who
them.
gave that to you?
Jay Bird.
JM. And I like Joe's hat, the camo Arkansas
That's
hat.
a Joe
sharp.
fits a camo. That is, again, Desert Storm camo. Just like the shirt I had on yesterday.
Yeah, Roger, how was last night?
Let me tell you something about last night at Pop's Lounge.
in
we'll,
Oaklawn.
We'll do it again November 20th, unless something changes, and they add November 20th and December 18th. I believe is it. Last night, a couple of Arkansans, a lady by the name of Brittany, comedians by the name of Brittany Wright, and a guy named Bear, B-A-I, or Bear, goes by one name. And then a lady that drove in from Dallas named Megan King, and they killed
Killed it.
They
Right,
really
Joe,
did.
the
It's a
main,
great room.
The main line, the star of the night is touring with Tim. Is it Tim Meadows?
The headliner is on tour as we speak with Tim Meadows. You remember Tim Meadows from Saturday Night Live?
If you
know him.
saw,
Yeah,
him,
you did. He was a black guy back earlier with
I'll Google and show you.
Cavassier. He's drinking Cavassier.
Yeah.
He was in
What
Walk Hard.
What was his best? What was his best?
Well, it was
Oh.
on the phone.
He was the weird character. What was the
In Walk Hard?
No. He was in his best skit is when he was a cool.
That's what I'm saying. The Cavassier. Where he's drinking Cavassier.
What's his character's name?
Somebody will tell us. I can't.
He did a movie. Oh, the Ladies' Man.
Ladies Man.
Ladies Man.
Ladies Man. And he did a
That's
movie,
it.
Ladies Man.
He did.
He was around there for a while. I think he'd been there the longest time until what's his name?
That was a
But you know him.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
him.
yeah. Anyway,
But anyway, it was fantastic. I mean, the room is so. Thanks to Vanessa Jones for holding my hand and getting me through and doing that. I just get to MC it, yuck it up a little bit, and see some of the familiar faces that have been there every month. It's $5 get you in.
That's a heck of a price.
Listen, you got Larry the Cable Guy's going to be down there. These folks that come to Pop's Lounge, it's another jumping off area for them to want to get in the bigger room down there. The
they're
event
trying
center.
to get to the bigger room,
Well,
Joe.
who's not?
That's what you say in the biz.
It's what you
trying
say.
to get to the bigger room.
They're jumping off, and
What's
I'm
the bigger
telling you,
room's name?
The event center.
the event center.
event center.
Yeah, the event center. Down that's
That'd be
where
a
Larry
bigger
the Cable
room.
Guy.
That would be a bigger
Yes.
room.
Larry the Cable Guy is sold out. Nikki Glazer's sold out. Trace Atkins is going to be there January 3rd.
Have you seen Nikki Glazer's deal, Joe? Have you seen her?
A little
wow.
bit. Yeah, I mean, it's
weird to hear
A woman.
talk like she
and
does.
Megan King.
Similar?
She's a little soft opening for me on the Nikki Glazer thing because I'm not used to seeing a woman go blue like that. Not
Wow.
like that.
Holy cow.
Because like guys do. But women can do. And this chick last night, Megan King, she was outstanding. Nikki's going to be that way. But I'm telling you, Pop's Lounge was full. People love the comedy. $5 gets you in the door to see some great comedy. Thanks to the Looney Bin for partnering up. Wayne Smith had this vision to make every day a destination day at Oakland Racing Casino Resort, and he's doing that right now. And I'm just proud to be a part of it. I know you are, Baz. I'm just pumped about the night.
And then
that we
tonight
had.
you'll be back.
I'll be at Mainline Sports Bar.
You might as well
That's right.
just live over there. You have a residency over
I
there.
do have a
Yeah,
residency over there, and Joe, I want to invite you down sometime.
couple other things. Somebody says on our D3 Auto Sales text line, $3 million handcuffs and saying today I'm an Ole Miss Rebel does not equate to getting fired. So it could be semantics on how you're saying there. Somebody said turn Joe up.
I got him up.
Turn him
now.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
Turn Joe up.
They were right. They were Joe. I had you look because you're a soft talker.
I'm a soft talker.
Maybe Buzz needs to give a Trip $150 extra for his drive from Heber.
Well, listen,
I like it.
Tripp needed to come in because Josh needed some beauty sleep today. He drove in last night from Birmingham, and he's tired.
34 degrees. I know some folks are sending. I guess that was the low last night.
Might have been. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
37 when I got in my car.
Yeah, so you had
same
a
here.
freeze alert last night.
Had a frost alert. I told
Frost
my
alert,
wife,
yeah.
I said, look
Should
here.
go outside and cover the azaleas.
I told my wife she's got a couple of plants, and they have been going. That she brings in a couple of some greenery that she brings in, and she had to do that last night. It's a frost alert right now. Sanders Ground Essential is doing what they're doing. We'll talk to Melinda about that as well.
Yeah, we saw Sanders out there yesterday. Saw them out and about working. And but yeah, when you can get Joe Klein, Mark May, Darren McFadden back to back to back, that's pretty.
I can't stand up. And
pretty
you got
darn-
Mayo.
And we
Mark
got
May
Mayer.
and Melinda Mayo. Those are both M's, first and last name.
And we've got tickets to give away. Raj, we got to figure out
How to do it?
Yeah. So
well, what games have we not played other than Fact or Crap? We played Match Game and Family Feud yesterday, right?
We did.
Okay.
we can do it. Hey, it's just whoever gets.
I say we do it with Joe.
Yeah,
because
Well,
it's
listen,
his game.
You love it, Joe. You love Fact or
he's
Crap.
a big fan. You're
All right,
going to
Joe-
help somebody.
Joe,
get
I
this
expect you to get this answer in less than 10 seconds. Give me the names of the coaches in the SEC, head basketball coaches, that have taken at least one team to a Final Four. It's not the team that they're with.
Bruce Pearl.
Okay, 1,
Nate Oates.
2,
Calipari.
3. You can do it. You can do it.
Rick Barnes.
4. 2 more. And you know them both very well. Very well. Like Bud's well.
Bird. A beard.
Beard 5. One more. Come on. Come on, Joe. Real well.
Georgia.
Real well.
Kentucky.
Very well. Come on, Joe.
Just wait a minute.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
You're
not
gonna go,
Missouri.
you're gonna go, oh,
it's
man.
not Missouri, not Arkansas.
Let him get it, Bass. Let him get it.
He's working hard
Texas,
through it. People are screaming right now. They know
Just
what it
got
is.
up.
Mississippi State.
You know the conference is bigger than it used to be, right?
OU. No. Yeah, OU.
Which is
Porter Moser.
Porter Moser, who used to be the head coach at UALR.
I
forgot
you're
about
right.
I know, isn't that crazy?
I forget.
I know.
Yes.
I know. I think we forget about that. Of course, he took Loyola, Chicago, to the Final Four.
He sure
But
did.
those
With
are-
Sister. No.
Yes, that's right.
With Sister
It sure was.
Sister Christian.
Sister Jean.
Sister
Yeah.
Jean.
Okay. Here's extra credit, Roger.
All right, sir.
And Joe, you can
All
work
right,
on this
Joe.
together.
Be the one.
Give me how many Final Fours that and with what teams Cal did.
Cal did UMass.
Okay.
Memphis
Yep.
and Kentucky.
And how many at Kentucky?
Ooh, 3.
Close.
Four.
Four. Yeah, I had 6 altogether. UMass, Memphis, Kentucky, and then 4 at Kentucky. It's pretty salty. But anyway,
Listen, and you were at his. You were with him the other day. You got a couple
man,
of
you were the Cal guy.
cars.
You were
got
the
a couple
Cal
of cards
connection.
signed for one dude named Jim Turley, and I have one of them. So thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
well, yeah, I love the line that you said. You did not say that came. He said,
I wish
you
I
believe,
was
you believe in
sitting
free
there.
speech.
I was gonna take credit for that, and I was like, it's not. I can't do
No,
it.
that's a
That
Cal
was
line.
too good.
Yeah,
If you
it's
missed
very
it,
good.
That was he was too good.
If
That
you,
was-
Great line.
if you missed it, Cal was telling the story about why he spoke at the Catholic high school. And he said, Joe Klein asked me, he said, do you believe in free speech? And Cal said, I do. And he said, well, that's what you're going to do this for. He said,
Nice.
free-
Nice.
We're getting ready to give one in October.
That's right.
That is nice.
Yeah, listen, hey, Joe Klein is the pipeline. I think Cal goes every day with a mention of Joe Klein. And his
Probably should.
And
Yeah,
for a while, it seemed like it. I hope it.
dies down.
Dies
You could be
down.
behind the listen, aren't your seats like now right behind the bench?
No.
Right behind the bench.
I want
Now-
to see you. You don't have a rainbow wig in John 3:16.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll check out your messages on the D3 Auto Sales text line. JM will be jumping on with us a little bit later. We did our pickup picks.
Yeah,
and
we did.
And liked the way Justin was feeling.
You know, that's the other thing, and we'll ask Joseph about it as well and anybody else, because we talked about loving Tennessee coming into Fayetteville
Yeah.
with their bye week. Were they going to be up? Were they going to be down? Words.
Yeah.
Now, the next game, it's Arkansas's turn. Now, they're a bye week, and they got somebody coming in. So how do you feel about that? Because you got to remember what you said about the other game.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. The differences in how you look at an open week. Oh, da-da. Joe's on fire. You had to think there for a minute. And then, there's 2 guys you know. If Beard coached at ULR, both of them coached at ULR.
Oh, man,
How
was
crazy is
wow,
that?
son.
You know what?
How crazy is that?
Of the 2 new teams, you're right.
Yeah. Crazy. All right, don't go away. It's 6:30 here, Morning Man.
Hello, Buzz listeners.
Get in the conversation with the True Service Credit Union live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. In too deep, lower your rate when you move your loan to True Service. TrueService.net.
This is SportsCenter.
Last night in Game 3 of the NLCS, the Los Angeles Dodgers crushed the New York Mets 8-0, and they now lead the series 2-1. The series will continue with Game 4 tonight at 7 o'clock on FS1, as once again the teams face off at Citi Field in Queens. But before first pitch of that game, however, at 4 o'clock on TBS and True TV, the Guardians will host the Yankees in Game 3 of the ALCS. Currently, the ALCS has been all Yankees, as going into Game 3, they lead the Guardians 2-0. Also on Wednesday night, we saw some college football action as Western Kentucky defeated Sam Houston 31-14, and UTEP beat FIU 30-21. I'm Trip Keeter for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
Obviously a cold, frosty start to our Thursday, but with the sunny sky, we'll be warming up a little bit. We'll see upper 60s and even a high of 70 degrees today in Little Rock. Tonight, clear sky once again. It'll get cold, maybe not as cold. We're expecting a low around 42 degrees. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special. Dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Scott Lucas Construction presents Bruce James every Tuesday morning this fall on Morning Mayhem. Bruce will break down each game, the opponent, and the Razorback program the only way he knows how, and that's with no punches pulled. Bruce James with David, Roger, and Justin on Morning Mayhem, presented by Scott Lucas Construction, servicing all of Central Arkansas, specializing in kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as home home construction, and all things remodel. Scott Lucas Construction. Find them on Facebook at Scott Lucas Construction.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. William Norrin Ewer writes, "How odd of God to choose the Jews." Cecil Brown answered him with, "But not so odd as those who choose a Jewish God, but spurn the Jews." The rise of anti-Semitism around the world is a disgrace. It seems inconceivable that less than a century after the Holocaust, American college campuses are rife with those who ignore the lessons of history and devoid of decency by making threats against the Jewish people. There is no place for such horrific behavior in a decent society. Double B stands for human freedom, human dignity, and the brotherhood of all men and women. If you need a new gig, go to doublebees.com and apply online. We want you on our team. Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine is taking golf to the next level. As the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics, UAMS Health covers all 19 Razorback sports programs, including golf, and is the official medical partner of the Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens. They're also proud to sponsor professional golfers Ken Duke and Glenn Day. Have a golf injury? Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today. That's 501-686-8674.
Roger Scott for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union in Benton. They're your one-stop shop for all your lending needs. Shopping for a motorcycle, an ATV, maybe a boat or an RV. They've got you covered. How about a personal loan to help you with some unexpected expenses? Alcoa Community FCU does that too. And they consistently offer some of the lowest auto rates in the area. Apply securely online at alcoacommunityfcu.org for your next loan. Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, now serving Saline, Grant, Garland, Hot Springs, and Perry counties.
Always make sure to say please and thank you. Morning Mayhem is back on the air, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Casey Dick under center. He will take the snap and hand to Darren McFadden. Breaks it up the middle. McFadden, big play. He's going to go. Darren McFadden is going to take it all the way. 80 yards for the touchdown. Darren McFadden, and Arkansas strikes just that quickly.
Wow.
Darren McFadden straight up the middle.
They call him Big Joe.
Yeah, they do.
Later
Boom. He's the meat.
He is a 7-foot man.
All right.
Muscle and meat.
My game.
One of the leading scorers in Razorback history.
One of them.
Big Joe led the Hogs to an amazing 75% winning percentage,
75?
including a historic win against number 1 Michael Jordan and North Carolina.
Take that, MJ.
Whatever happened to him?
He captured Olympic gold, then added an NBA world title with MJ and the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, he did.
Big Joe actually played with as many NBA teams as Tom Brady won Super Bowls.
Yep.
But who's counting? He loves Westerns and worships Barry Manilow. Now representing Corky's Ribs and Barbecue, Joe Cull.
Yeah!
There he is. It is
There he is.
The cock and walk, baby. That's what he is.
That song, man, is.
I know, that cool.
I mean,
so
that I remember when we played against Chicago, and then when I was with Chicago, it was just always like.
It's the greatest.
How they did it.
It's the greatest
They did the
open
whole
for a
thing,
team.
Man, it was so cool.
Is there any other franchise that has anything close to that on the pro level? That's so synonymous with
Not
it's-
before.
No.
Somebody
I mean,
know.
they might have an opening that's, but I mean that when you hear that song,
Yeah, it's a cool song. As
that's
it
what
is.
you think.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what you do think.
Smoke. That's why you have your own little smoke machine that follows you around when we play
absolutely.
Joe Klein with us today, brought to you by Corky's, his burger day at both locations, Little Rock and North Little Rock. Joe was asking during the break about baseball. Hadn't had a chance to get to it last night. The Dodgers win. They win 8-0 over the Mets. They lead the series 2-1. Yankees at Mets. I'm sorry, Dodgers at Mets 7:00 tonight. Yankees lead their series against Cleveland 2-0. It's obviously it's going to sound like it's going to be L.A. and New York, and that's what the TV folks want because that's you got East Coast,
Fox
West Coast.
Fox will be doing somersaults.
And I would pay attention to that, Roger. You know, we don't pay attention to baseball like we used to when we were kids, but I would pay attention to that.
Absolutely.
Ohtani and Judge.
Have you seen Ohtani play in person?
No.
So Roger and I got a chance to see him at the All-Star game, and he's a big dude. He is a big dude.
Because we're not used to seeing, somebody from the Pacific Rim like that. When you talk about Yao, being a big dude, and this guy because he's broad shouldered,
and his trunk, he got a big trunk. Yeah, was he 6'4"?
How many other baseball players?
What's that
from that area?
From Japan?
Yeah. How many do we have?
Oh, there's some pitchers now. I know the Dodgers.
So I don't watch it enough to
Got
know.
a pitcher.
Okay.
There's a few others. Yeah.
I mean, there's a few.
So tonight, Roger, while you're over there at the Mainline Sports Bar doing trivia, you've got a couple things. You've got a pretty good football game in the NFL.
Yep.
Man, can I clear my
Bless
throat? Dadgummit. It's the Denver Broncos at the New Orleans Saints. That actually could be a pretty good game.
Say it again.
Denver, who at times has been spotty, but you got Bo Nix, who is. Can you believe Bo Nix is a starting quarterback in the NFL? Remember he was when they had the fumble deal or whatever.
Auburn ran him off.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, that's what you gotta. That's what you gotta. And then he was a Heisman Trophy finalist.
Yeah, in Oregon. Hey,
can you imagine like the Auburn people 2 years ago?
I know.
Like, man.
And now he's starting quarterback in the NFL.
Ran this cat
I know.
Yeah,
and they were
absolutely.
bad. Speaking of Auburn and Gus Malzahn, I heard Acree on the show with Zach talking about apparently there's been defections down at UCF with Gus. They benched KJ. KJ's like third string quarterback now. I mean, of course, they're paying him all that money. But anyway, so has anybody heard that? Has anybody heard about that? About players leaving and there being some dysfunction down there? Sort of sounds like us last year.
Yeah.
So just saying. Roger, I'm going to make my post public today.
Good. Are you all right, Lunger?
Darn.
What do we got to do?
It just drives Jessica crazy.
She's not alone.
So here's you've got some big games. Obviously, we mentioned Texas and Georgia. Who do you think? Who are you leaning for in that one, George? Joe and Raj.
Well, there's George back there.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's Trip, Trey, Kip.
Who do you like in Georgia, Texas?
I'm kind of home team. I kind of lean in home teamish.
I'm sort of leaning towards Georgia. I don't know why.
I like Texas.
Yeah.
This is when Texas and Oklahoma joined us now. I mean, games like this. These are bowl games when you see those helmets.
It is.
I mean,
and they've only played each other like 5 times. I think they haven't played each other very much.
I'm going to go with Texas because I want them number one when they come to when Arkansas plays.
Let me tell you what though.
Okay. Don't.
Just stay on LSU. There.
All right. Very good.
Chumpy.
Okay. Chumpy.
Georgia has been there, done that a lot more than Texas has recently.
Yeah.
So Georgia's been in the big games. Texas hasn't been in as many big games and I think this will be the best.
Pulling for Tejas.
This would be the best team that Texas has faced. They went and beat Michigan. Michigan's okay, but Georgia's, they're an elite team, and I think Texas is very good too. A couple other games that intrigue me: Auburn at Missouri. That's only.
I think you're going to kind of get a feel for Missouri now. I mean,
yes,
are they? Yeah. They're not. We already know they're not as good
as
they started off.
That's right.
But, are they? Are they that much lesser a team than?
Right. Well, yeah. I think they will win. They're favored by a few, but not by much.
Is that Missouri?
Is that Missouri?
Yeah, I think they'll win.
What about Tennessee hosting Alabama?
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those teams can't afford. Yeah. One of them can't afford to lose, and you don't want to be the one that loses.
That's going to be a good one.
Is
that on before ours?
That's on at 2:30. Yeah,
that'll be a good one.
I would lean towards Bama. What about you, Rod?
Same. I think so. I mean, but, of course, you hear a lot of people going. Obviously, it's not the same Bama. They lost their best player in Nick Saban this year. So, but I think I'll look at Alabama.
The Vandy's going to go to 5-2. Vandy's playing at Ball State. They're going to go to 5-2.
They lost to Georgia.
Georgia Southern. Yeah,
Georgia State.
Georgia State. That's the only one I missed.
Where they playing Ball State at?
It's home. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that was one. I was on them. Come on, man! You go down there and lay an egg.
Yeah. That was at Georgia State.
Now you had a couple of games that you were asking me to look up some records yesterday.
Yes.
Who were you? Coastal? No, not Coastal. Who was it?
I'll tell you the ones, Roger. I'm going to go with.
Okay.
I'm going. These are my picks. Going to be on the Oklahoma Sports app. I'm picking Indiana over Nebraska at home. Indiana is playing. They're undefeated.
Yeah.
I mean, the coach there is good. He's really good. So that was one. I'm going with Army. Army continues to dominate.
Okay.
They're playing East Carolina. The line is -16. They won by like 35 last weekend. Army is almost unstoppable with their run.
Navy's undefeated too.
They first time since 1960, both have been in the top 25.
Wow.
The other one is, I think, Roger, that I was going to. USC is their backs against the wall. They're going to Maryland, which is still weird. How the whole Pac-12. Big
It's a
Ten
long trip, though.
It is, yeah. But I'm going with USC. I think they are a -7.
Does he get fired? I mean, because he's got a lot of money coming.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I don't think they can afford to fire him.
No, I don't think so. But he's got some heat, and I think Roger, there was one other one that I went with. SMU makes me nervous sometimes when they go on the road.
You're looking at Rutgers, I think. Were you looking at Rutgers?
Yeah, I did, Roger, and I think I cooled. I tell you the one to watch out. I tell you the one to watch out for. Watch out for Louisville and Miami. Miami's been really fortunate this season in some of their games.
They're overrated.
I think they're not number 6. No. They Louisville very well could beat them at home. So anyway, got a lot of great games. You got 2 tonight, Roger. In addition to the NFL game, you got where's it at? Virginia Tech and Boston College and Georgia State Marshall tonight. So you got football going on everywhere. You got baseball going on everywhere. It's a good time to be a sports fan.
Yeah, it is.
661-1037. Today is also, guys, National Pasta Day. What is your pasta of choice?
I like spaghetti.
Just plain and simple.
Penne.
My wife makes such a great.
No, I like the
thicker
angel hair.
The angel hair.
We go angel.
Bow tie.
Bow
That was one of your
bad.
questions the other day.
Well, that is bow tie. That is bow
I don't
tie.
like bow tie because you got to.
True that. Yeah. I mean, it
stick
depends.
it with a
now,
fork.
Frank Fletcher,
I love angel
when he
hair.
had
It
Rocket
melts in your-
21.
when you do it good, it melts in your
Yeah,
mouth.
I'd never eaten mac and cheese, and everybody in my family had it.
That's
and all
right,
that.
it's crazy.
But when
Whoa,
Frank
whoa,
had,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I never did.
No, until a couple years ago.
Well, my mother spoiled me. Yeah. I mean, she made something different for all of us all the time. I was a
Never eat mac and cheese.
I was a meat and potatoes guy.
Until a few years ago. Yeah.
My sisters
So
ate mac and cheese.
What was your
reaction
to mac and cheese?
I loved
Did
it.
you go?
No, I liked it, but you know, it's a delicacy.
I'm like
You
you.
know?
He's
If I can mix it.
At the time, he's 59. I was like, how do you not try macaroni and cheese sometime over the last 25, 30 years?
Yeah, because I chose not to.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I didn't like the smell of the cheese.
Okay,
That's
I'm calling all this BS that you've done for years about had a tough upbringing. Times were hard in Hot Springs.
We were blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Times were so hard. We didn't have a penny or anything.
No, listen, Joe.
Here, little Roger. Here's supper.
Thanks, Mom.
Told you, Mom. I don't eat mac and cheese.
I'm not eating this again. Do not make me tell Dad when he comes back. All right, no. Listen, I didn't do it, but Frank had bow tie. He used bow tie at his restaurant, and that's the first time I had that. But I'll go spaghetti. My wife makes it. She uses a Rayo sauce. What about you? Anything? You don't know. What does your maid cook when you tell him?
My maid.
Yeah, I mean, what do you call him now?
My wife, when she graciously cooks me dinner that
Yes.
I'm much appreciative for.
Absolutely, and mine as well. What do you have? Do you know?
I like the long noodles.
No, that's the angel. I'm talking about the
with
sauce.
the
What
sauce?
about the sauce?
Oh, I mean,
You're a red sauce, not a white sauce.
I love sausage, red sauce.
What about you? You marinara?
Absolutely.
You know what I got?
Marinara.
Italian sausage, marinara.
I've not tried
hair
that.
pasta.
Samantha, we use
with
turkey.
a little touch of Parmesan cheese.
My wife will sprinkle a little.
You know what I'll do?
Oh, your wife does it for you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Does she have the grater? Does she walk over while you're eating and she go?
She does.
Like Olive
Would
Garden?
would you like some Parmesan cheese?
Say when, sweetie. That's exactly
You know, Joe, one of the things I've done, I'll go in there.
you?
I'll go in there and pasta. I've changed from marinara, although I like it, to either butter or olive oil. And I'll put some.
You get bread? You doing bread for sopping?
I've been shopping. I'll put
That's
shrimp
just olive
shrimp
oil.
with the pasta with butter or olive oil. So that's sort of what I've been doing.
You know what?
What about
Never thought about that chicken and waffles. And then you go up to that place that had chicken and spaghetti up there.
Yeah,
Is that
and,
Herman's as well?
is it Tiny Town?
Tiny Town. Yeah. I remember
Not
that.
Herman's. It's what's the name of that place?
Thank you.
Venetian Inn.
Oh yeah. Kipper.
What do you had? Pasta? What's your pasta choice?
Ooh, I'd probably have to go with something like fettuccine Alfredo. Something like that.
So the hamburger
rich.
helper
It's so
or the
rich.
real stuff.
My man's got some pipes.
He does.
He does.
He really
when
does.
he talks in time.
Yeah. 6 a.m. here. Let's go to the line. Zach in Ozark.
You know where he comes from? He comes from Heber Springs, and we've got a young lady on here, Baz, that says her husband listens. He gets up at 2 a.m. and drives to Little Rock every day. Let's say hello to Philip Grimes. Hello,
hey,
Philip
How
Grimes.
Are you, Philip? Appreciate
he comes
that.
in. Yeah, he drives every day, and she works at FL Davis. So thank you for listening.
Yesterday, Joe, it was National Bosses Day, so we had a bunch of people send in their boss's name. We gave them some love. Hopefully that paid off for them.
Hope so.
Last night, too, Pat Brownlee and I went over to So. You know So? Ron
Pat's
Smith?
in town.
Pat's in town.
Why is he in town?
And you didn't know.
Well,
he's still in town?
You know, he left with the SEC Media Days, came back. And so he's in town for a few days. But he was in classic form last night at So. Have you ever been over there?
It's been a while. I got to get back over. Ron Smith's a good
Yeah, good
friend
dude.
of mine.
Good dude.
guy.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I've been there, it's
Roger.
They knocked it out of the
Let me
park.
tell you what.
shut it down?
Hey, 5-course meal. I'm out. Listen, I have no clue.
Do they still do the dessert in the paper bag?
No, we didn't get it, but it is called the sack.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah,
the chef's from New York, and he created the sack.
I got to get there.
It's a cool old place.
No,
It's been
we
around
love
for,
it.
yeah.
We've never had a bad experience.
But yeah,
awesome.
when I see multiple courses, that's
Yeah, what do you do? It's
Yeah.
just too many choices.
Yeah,
So,
hey,
like, I can see,
Hashtag
I can
blessed.
see Pat in there.
Hey! And and then they were pairing the wine with the dude, my palate is not sophisticated enough to do this.
Pistol all over that.
Oh yeah, he was. He was putting on a show as always. All the women want to see Pat.
Everybody did. Some dudes too.
Pam Smith used to be at Channel 7.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah.
she's with Little Rock School District.
Yeah.
She was Galen McGee,
yeah.
auctioneer expertise.
Well, you know what? I saw Galen put out a ton of pictures on the Facebook
Last night?
So that must have been
fun night. All right, don't go away if you want to be a part of the show. 661-1037. It's 647. Life isn't just about living, it's about living well. And no one understands that better than Baptist Health. Baptist Health is there to support you in your wellness journey wherever it may take you. They really are so much more than a healthcare provider. They're a true partner coming alongside you to help you live your fullest, healthiest life. From pediatrics to women's health to cardiac care to orthopedics to primary care. They offer the full spectrum of services you need to keep yourself and your whole family healthy, no matter what phase of life you're in. And you can always count on the care you receive at Baptist Health to be exceptional and compassionate. Listen, they're Arkansas's most trusted name in healthcare for a reason. For more than a century, Baptist Health has helped countless Arkansans create the healthy lives they deserve. And I know they can do the same for you. I know from experience the level of commitment they have for their patients. I've been a Baptist Health patient for decades, and I'm always in good hands. Their level of care is exceptional. Remember, life isn't just about living. It's about living well, and no one understands that better than Baptist Health. Ready to take the next step in your wellness journey? Visit Baptist-Health.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Attention Arkansas! It's time for the Arkansas State Fair, October 11th through the 20th. And this year we're packing in so much fun, food, and family favorites, you'll have to see it to believe it. Get ready for livestock, live music, and everything in between. Like the Bank OZK concert series at Barton Coliseum. So don't miss the excitement, October 11th through the 20th. Get your tickets now at ArkansasStateFair.com. See y'all there.
Hey, Little Rock. Elopak, world leader in carton packaging for fresh milk and juice products, is looking for 100 colleagues for our new plant in Little Rock. Join us at the Elopak Job Fair on October 19th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Holiday Inn Little Rock Airport. Come see us and explore the jobs available in production, logistics, maintenance, and administration. Don't miss this chance to work for a great and growing company. Mark your calendar, October 19th, 9 to 5 at the Holiday Inn on Bankhead Drive. Can't wait to meet you.
With Oaklawn Sports, the action never stops and the season is never over. It's now easier than ever to wager on your favorite sports all year long. Go from football to basketball to baseball to golf. Bet on what you want, when you want, with the brand you trust. Oaklawn Sports even offers ways to bet on cricket, rugby, table tennis, and more. If it's a sport, chances are you can wager on it. Plus, it's now simpler to deposit and withdraw money from your account. Bet all year long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
In an unpredictable world, wouldn't it feel reassuring to know your family is protected? Ensure your loved ones stay safe with a standby Generac generator from Generator Supercenter of Little Rock. With fast installation, excellent maintenance programs, and up to $2,000 off on select models, there's never been a better time than now to buy a new generator. Visit their location on Chenal Parkway in Little Rock or online at GeneratorSuperCenterofLittleRock.com.
Just like in football, both the great offense and defense are so important in properly maintaining your lawn. And the best defense against weeds starts with a call to the team at Sanders Ground Essentials, because there's no better time than now to start that weed control program. And then this winter, I know I'm so looking forward to that beautiful dormant lawn that Sanders always provides for me. Remember, next spring's lawn starts with the Sanders Fall Pre-Emergent Treatments. So go on the offense today with Sanders Ground Essentials on the web at sandersground.com.
Real estate issue? Business or civil dispute? Hire the Lions. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of Legal Lions. Exceptional communication and exceptional results in both the negotiating room and the courtroom. Lion Legal, the legal pride of Arkansas. Call 227-ROAR, and Lion Legal will come roaring to the rescue.
Listen each Friday during Drive Time Sports for the basketball insider in Arkansas. It's Pure Sweat Skills and Training's Bart Reed. Made possible by Martin Orthopedics, with locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Cabot, and Hot Springs Village. Staffed with fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists. For more information on the web, go to martinortho.care.
Your morning drive will never be the same with Morning Mayhem on the radio, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
All right, it is 6:52. Really appreciate everybody out there listening. You have your choice of what you can be doing with your time this morning, and the fact you're sharing it with us. We really appreciate it. Listen to this amazing story. This is from a text line. Jeff from Monroe, Louisiana. This is crazy, Raj and Joe. I listen every day while running my delivery route. This morning I was filling up my tank in he's filling up his gas tank in Bastrop, Louisiana when your show started. I had an earbud in and said Los Angeles.
Thank you.
And heard an echo. Then a head poked out from the other side of the pump. He said it at the same time. Two people in Louisiana listening at the same place.
No way.
Almost hard to believe. It's almost hard to believe that
it's starting to happen. I'm seeing the trends. I'm seeing the trends. We're surging.
They're in Louisiana, and they both say Los Angeles, Joe.
Thank you. Make your way back this way, and we'll give you a prize.
Someone says here, Cal. Oh, this is from John Bland over at Catholic. Cal did a great job at Catholic as well. Enjoyed the speech. Big time for Catholic to have a supporter like Joe Klein. Yeah. Yes, John's my old teammate at Arkansas, coach, and at Catholic 6-0.
Yeah,
how about that?
Doing a great job, Coach Cochran and them. It's fun to see that school's got such great tradition. And
yeah, nice to see them doing well.
Good. When they're rolling, it's fun.
Someone says here, I do enjoy mac and cheese. I like it. I like it a lot.
Nice. I love it. What about him and turkey?
I'm going to get that in just a second. David clearing his throat. Get it together. Love Jessica. I know it just drives her crazy. It's on the text line. Somebody acting like they're Jessica. It drives her crazy. When I don't realize I'm doing it. Yeah, I might have something going on up there.
I'm telling you, Lunger, you do.
Lunger.
But you only
need to go to Ortho Arkansas and have a throat looked at.
We need a scope. Well, I haven't seen it. I mean,
you don't notice it?
Every day, but not anywhere other than on the microphone. I don't hear when we're in the car and all that. When you're chit-chatting on the phone with people, I don't hear it.
Joe, here's one. Ask Joe about Thanksgiving ham at Corky's.
Yeah, man. No, we're gearing it up. The holidays are coming. We're going to have our holiday feast. It's going to have ham, turkey, mashed potatoes, green beans, cornbread dressing.
I remember you giving
cranberry sauce. I mean, it's what my family does every year.
I got it last year.
Yeah.
Joe gave me the bonus of the largest tray of gravy.
Yeah.
The largest tray of gravy.
Yeah, I tried it. I mean, I saw that last year, and I'm like, and I asked them, and I think we ran out of plastic containers, so they put it in an aluminum gallon
That's
pan
dangerous.
and filled it all. I mean, he had
a gallon.
He had food for 8.
Yes.
He had gravy for 88. He's still. Hey, he got up this morning and had eggs. And he goes, "Hey, hand me some of that turkey gravy that I got last year. It's in the freezer."
I was like, Joe, you guys are really generous with your gravy, man.
Nice.
But anyway, it's so easy to do it, and it tastes wonderful.
And it's very, very good. And Bill Vickery just said that his shirt is at the dry cleaners. You suck, Bill Vickery. You suck, Bill.
The other thing I want to talk about, we'll wait till I want JM to jump on. So Butterball has unveiled a cook from frozen Thanksgiving turkey. Cooked from frozen Thanksgiving turkey that doesn't need to be thawed.
Yeah, okay.
We're on that a little bit later.
Really
yeah,
good. I don't want to hear it. Listen, when you see Joe with a torch and he's glazing his ham,
yes,
that's America.
I want to mention I had a chance to yesterday Greg Hatcher was honored by the Lions World Services of the Blind.
Congratulations.
Got a chance to see Chris Curry, baseball coach at ULR. He listens to the show every day.
Thanks, Coach.
And got a chance to visit with Steve. Is it Wheat Hour? Is that the way you? He's the coach for the ladies because Joe Foley has retired, and then the wrestling coach Neil is a great guy too. But the ULR men's basketball team got votes in the top 25. They're favored to win the OVC this year.
Way to go, ULR.
Daryl's brought in some good. They talking to Ray. Ray's been over there watching practice a little bit. Tucker.
Yep.
And said they look very athletic. He got a transfer from LSU and another one. I can't think of his name, but I think they're going to have another good year.
Also, too, you got a monster game down at Arkadelphia. You've got undefeated number one team in the nation in Division II, Harding, against I think OBU's number 10.
They're undefeated too. Right?
Yeah, undefeated too, and they're great at stopping the run. They're one of the best in the conference. But so is Harding. I mean, you got two forces. That, I just don't know if OBU. Here's the you would think if they're almost like Army. Stack the box, dare them to throw. Make them put 11 people in the box, and maybe people are doing that and they still can't stop Harding. They still can't stop them. And then Harding's not giving up any points either. I think they've given up 13 points the entire year in 6 games. They're giving a point a game, basically. So that's a big monster hit or monster game this weekend. The other thing I want to share a little bit later in the show, Roger, did you hear about Rihanna's song? It's called SOS. You ever heard of that one? No. Trip, see if you can find SOS.
Okay.
So, Joe, what happened? This dude came out, the guy who wrote the song, he came out and said, I played a little trick on everybody that nobody knows the lyrics I used for the second verse of the song. When you hear it, especially you, Joe, and me and you, Roger, because of our age, when you hear it, you're going to go, you're kidding me. And he did this, and nobody knew this whole time. Nobody picked up on it, on what the second verse. And Rihanna, this was a big hit for Rihanna.
Because they're not our age or old school or something like that.
They're probably not. Yeah, and it doesn't make sense when you don't catch it when she's singing it. And I was watching this, and you got to be kidding me.
But
anyway,
don't leave us. All right.
Yeah, that's a tease for the next hour.
You make a note to read.
We also have Mark May and D-Mac coming up in the next hour as well. So don't go away. 7 o'clock.
Spring is almost over and the summer's coming. The days are getting long. Waited all winter for the time to.
Our guys aren't so bad, right?
This is taking a sportsmanlike conduct to a whole new level.
Well, maybe not. 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ, Little Rock.
Hey folks, it's David Basil out here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood. When you need a new vehicle, go see my friends at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood. You'll find a great selection, the best deals, and the most competitive finance rates in Central Arkansas. They'll treat you like family. No games, no gimmicks, and no bogus markups on the sticker price. You'll get Frank Fletcher's best deal right up front, and they'll give you more for your trade. Folks, Frank Fletcher doesn't want to just sell you a car. He wants to be your dealer for life. If you want to do that, you have to listen to the customer, so you'll know what they want. Then you give them what they want without any hassle or stress. That's the secret of Fletcher Dodge's success. They listen to you and they treat you right without any hassles or headaches. Just tell them what you want and how much you want to pay. General Manager Chris Zippy Zender has been with Frank Fletcher for decades. He and his great staff know how to take care of a customer. So for the best selection, lowest price, and best buying experience, go see my friends at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood, or you can shop them online at FletcherDeals.com. That's FletcherDeals.com. And make sure and tell them the boys from Morning Mayhem sent you. It's FletcherDeals.com.
ESPN and The Buzz gives you the complete sports and entertainment package.
I love that game.
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
A Vietnam veteran in Benton was gifted a brand new roof. Owens Corning Company started partnering with Purple Heart Homes back in 2016, replacing roofs for veterans in need. They provide the material, Regal Roofing provides the labor. Owens Corning has replaced over 500 roofs for veterans over the years, but this is the first veteran in Arkansas to get the opportunity. A Little Rock teen is starting a new nonprofit to build relationships with kids in foster care. Central High School senior Jackson Jones created Fostering Friendships. It focuses on youth in foster care, as well as those who are struggling with mental health or have a background of being abused or trafficked. He and a group of friends spent Wednesday afternoon at the center's residential program for kids ages 5 to 12, playing games and giving out school supplies. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Former Razorback linebacker Hayden Henry joins Out of Bounds every week through the football season courtesy of Crane Automotive Team. Shop over 5,000 new and pre-owned vehicles at craneteam.com.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
After a cold, frosty morning, it will finally be a little milder this afternoon. We'll see the upper 60s and probably even a high of 70 today in Little Rock with a sunny sky. Tonight, clear, calm wind, cold again. We'll drop down to a low of 42 in Little Rock. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for two for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Join 1037 The Buzz and the Arkansas Food Bank Halloween night at Flyway Brewing to scare away hunger. The party starts at 6 and admission is free. Wear your best costume to compete in the costume contest for great prizes. It's Halloween night at Flyway Brewing with the Arkansas Food Bank and 1037 The Buzz.
Roger Scott from my friends at Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union. Well, they've done it again, just like they did for the summer auto loan special. The good folks at Alcoa Community FCU, they've put together an offer that just keeps getting better and better. This time is for your checking account. If you want a checking account that gives you the opportunity to earn up to 6% on your balance, then Alcoa's Casasa account is the one for you. Just do the things you're already doing, like using your debit card regularly, have a direct deposit, and receive e-statements, and you're in. That's not enough for you? How about having all your ATM fees waived? That's right. Use any ATM you want, and Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union will refund the fee. Reach out to Stephanie or Jill and talk to them about starting your Casasa checking account today. They'll even help you get all your direct deposits and ACH payments transferred over. How easy is that? Call today, 501-315-5626 to get started. Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, serving Saline, Grant, Garland, Hot Spring, and Perry counties.
Hey, Central Arkansas, have you visited the new Lumber One and Design One in West Little Rock? There's something for everyone. That's because our newest location is one place for windows and doors, appliances, kitchens, baths, lighting, and so much more. One place for inspiration, one place for free design services, and one place for all of your home and design needs. And still one place for lumber, paint, hardware, and outdoor. It's all at Lumber One and Design One in West Little Rock. Colonel Glenn at 430.
Hey Arkansas, Montana with Hubbard Power Sports in Russellville. We're your Arkansas Can-Am and Sea-Doo dealer. Are you looking for your next adventure? On the road, on the water, or in the trails? We've got the ride for you. At Hubbard Power Sports, Can-Am, and Sea-Doo of Russellville, we are proud to say we offer the best customer service around. We've won multiple awards for our level of excellence in many different categories, but our customer service is the one we're the most proud of. Come and see us Monday through Saturday or give us a call. See our current inventory, apply for financing, and value your trade at our website, hubbardpowersports.com.
Saracen Casino is Arkansas's closest place to play, and this month, you could win Toyota's all-new First Edition Land Cruiser from Trotter Toyota. This new-look Land Cruiser is the perfect example of legendary styling, and it could be yours on October 26th just for playing your favorite slot and table games at Saracen Casino. Take your chance at winning a First Edition Land Cruiser.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
If you're sick of this election already, the back and forth, the mudslinging, and hearing about why this person is right for you, know this, the payroll company is tired of it too. That's why they're offering Election Payroll Relief. 2 whole months of payroll for free. Plus, new customers will get 50% off setup fees. This offer is good now through November 5th. Finally, a reason to get excited about an election year. The Payroll Company. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. We've been selling and servicing Kubota equipment since 1991. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we pride ourselves in an honest sales experience and unmatched service after the sale. We carry Kubota tractors, mowers, construction, and hay equipment. If you allow us to be your Kubota dealer of choice, we promise not to let you down. Come see us on Main Street in Searcy. Hennard Foothills Equipment, we're your hometown Kubota dealer no matter where you live.
Howie, what are we doing for your anniversary at Robert Irwin Jewelers?
We're celebrating our 47th anniversary sale and allowing you to take up to 47% off any individual item in the store.
And what else you got?
Buy a 5-carat lab-grown diamond tennis bracelet for only $27.99 and get a 1-carat pair of lab-grown diamond stud earrings free.
Bigger, brighter diamonds, better prices, Robert Irwin Jewelers.
See a store for complete details or online at rijewelers.com. Robert Irwin Jewelers.
Free financing.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
If I can change.
Live from the Oakland Hot Springs Studios.
And you can change.
Oakland, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Everybody can change.
Here is David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, it is 7:06. Is it kind of foggy out there? Good Lord, look at that.
Oh, wow.
God, did you see that? My gosh.
Fog has rolled in.
Fog is coming.
Good Lord.
Winter is coming.
Wow. Do we have our man?
Yes, we got him.
Awesome. Hey, Joe Klein's here in the studio. It's Thursday, so that means it's Burger Day at Corky's, both in North Little Rock and Little Rock. $8 for a great burger. You've got how many burgers? 5, 6, 7? How many different burgers you have? 100?
Cheese, mushroom, steak burger. I don't know if the steak burger's not $8, but that's a really good burger. Yeah. And yeah,
I mean, just go in and just tell you want the steak burger that Joe Klein talks about. Or
it's not going to be
hamburger. I'm sorry,
$8.
The hamburger, not the steak burger.
Yeah, and you can put jalapenos on any of them.
Put whatever you want on.
Thanks,
Raj.
Joey. Thank you, Joe.
Let's check in with the Hall of Famer, Mark May. Raj.
It's time once again for College Football Talk with Mark May, sponsored by Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, the only stop you'll ever have to make for your family's grocery needs, and by Dugan's Pub, your home for daily lunch specials and weekday happy hour. Now, former Pitt Panther and Washington Redskin great, Mark May.
Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, gents. How you doing today?
We're doing great. Got a monster game in Fayetteville. First time in the history of the program, Mark, that Arkansas has played 2 top 10 teams in back-to-back games. Obviously, the big win over Tennessee 2 weeks ago. And now the line, according to Oakland Sports, is only 2.5. LSU is favored by. And so I think most people are predicting a close game. What is your assessment of Hogs versus Tigers?
Well, I think it's going to be a close game, and I think the reason why is defensively. When you look at the way that they played against Tennessee defensively, it was outstanding. Travis Williams had a heck of a game plan for that game. Just think about Tennessee's one of the top-scoring teams in the nation, and at one point of the season, they were outscoring their opponent 191-13
right.
in the first 3 games of the season. It slowed down since then, and they held them scoreless for 3 out of 4 quarters. So you hold them to 14 points. This defense has only given up 19 points a game. So they're doing a terrific job on that side of the ball, and that's just going to keep them in games. The only thing that bothers me is the offensive side of the ball for LSU. They've got a good quarterback in Garrett Musselman, 18 touchdown passes on the season, one of the best in the country, and they've got to figure out a way to slow down the passing game at LSU in this game.
Yeah, the offensive line, I know you'll appreciate this since you were one of the greats. I've only given up 2 sacks the entire year, and they were in the same game to South Carolina. Ole Miss came into the game last week as, I think, the leaders in the SEC in sacks with 24, blank them. So, but they don't run the ball, Mark, as effectively as we usually see an LSU team, but they definitely, Nussmeier can throw it, and they can protect. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get any pressure on him whatsoever.
And that's going to be the key of this game. If he can stay in the pocket and throw the football vertically as long as he wants to, that's going to be a problem for the defense for the Hogs. But I think if they're going to figure out a way to get to him and disguise some blitzes and put some pressure on him and get him out of the pocket, make him throw the ball out of the run, put the pressure on him, I think that's going to be key in this game for the Hogs.
I do think Bobby Petrino having 2 weeks to prepare for this game is good, and obviously, hopefully, Taylor Green is healthy. I think we saw where he was not on any of the list yesterday. Like Dalf, I forget all of this new injury report, the different categories. But so if he's healthy, Mark, another way that you can win this game is keep the sticks moving, keep that offense from LSU off the field, and produce some points and time spent as well for the Razorbacks.
Yeah, he's got a great running back in Jaquindon Jackson. Just can't feed him the rock. He's got 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. He's been doing a terrific job running the ball, keeping in the game. And the thing about Taylor Green with that bruised bone knee,
yeah.
My question is, Malachi Singleton, the way that he came in and played, the lights weren't too big for him.
That's right.
I mean, he went down and scored the go-ahead touchdown, and it wasn't like one of those things where, we got to put a young player in there, we're going to see how he reacts. Those are the big lights. You're going against a top 10 team, even though it's at home. In that situation, with the pressure that's on him, he performed magnificently, if you ask me. 2 for 3, 31 yards passing the ball, ran for a touchdown at 12 yards rushing in a limited amount of time. I mean, those are situations that you really don't know what's going to happen when you're going to put a backup quarterback in a situation like that. I think he did a heck of a job.
Yeah, he's really confident. He's great to have him as the backup. So I think if I remember, Raj, I think Mark did pick Arkansas over Tennessee. Are you leaning one way or the other in this? Or what do you think the outcome's going to be, Mark?
I think it's going to be one of those close, low-scoring games. It's probably going to be 20-17. I like Arkansas because, 1, they're at home, 2, they're coming off the bye, so they should be at least fairly healthy at all the other positions. And then when a team like LSU, once you go to overtime, usually the following game the team comes out a little flat and plays flat, and it's tough for them to win. And I look at LSU in this game to come out that way, and it's one of those things: get to the quarterback, run the ball, play a little keep away, and keep the score low. And the way your defense played against one of the best scoring offenses in the land, the last game that you played and took the field, if you can go in with that type of confidence defensively, you're going to win this game because you're going to keep the score within a touchdown, and I think they're going to win a game.
I am so positive about this game and really liking it, and it's just a renewed feeling of for this team. I just really am.
Optimism.
But it's just there that I haven't had in a few years, even in that 9-4 season. But Mark, I want to ask you this, and the one thing that I keep going back to is the bye week team. Now, last week we talked, or 2 weeks ago, we talked about we like Arkansas and we like A&M. And Baz, you can answer this too, Joe Klein as well. We like Arkansas and we like the fact that it's at home and Tennessee's coming off a bye week. They're going to be, who knows what team's going to be coming in. They've had a week off, yada, yada, yada. But now it's our turn. And we've got a bye week. Do we not think the same thing that Tennessee is backs against the rope and maybe they're lethargic now simply because the Razorbacks bye week game is at home? We get to play our game at home. Tennessee's bye week, they had to go on the road. Does that make sense? Do you feel better about it that way?
Absolutely. Playing in front of your home crowd, that gives you a great advantage. We all know that. But the way that they played their last game, you know that the crowd's going to be hyped in this game because they know, when you look at this team, the way they played the last couple games, even in their losses, very close football games.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a team that's right there that knows how to win football games. It's not going to panic under the pressure. When it gets close like that against a good football team, they've got the confidence to know we're playing at home, we're playing another good football team. We've done this before, we've been through this before, and we've come out on top. So we know how to do this.
Can you imagine? We were talking about, Mark, if Arkansas were to win this game and be 5-2, 3-1 in the SEC. You got Ole Miss at home. I mean,
killing me.
I know, Joe. I said this before the Tennessee game. I'm just saying, there's so much in front of us, Mark. This state will go crazy. By the way, Monday at the Touchdown Club, we also have DJ Williams, Joe Adams, and Jarius Wright. So could you imagine what Monday's Touchdown Club will be like?
I can't wait.
Yeah. What do you think?
Let's have a good first quarter, Mark. Let's get off to a good start. Let's have a good first quarter. Don't care about what's going on Monday and Sunday night. Let's have a good first quarter, get off to a good start.
Well, Mark, I don't have any kids, but I do have trophies, and I got a
allegedly.
I got a 29-year-old boot that has been sitting over at LSU for the last 3 years. So maybe we can go get that boot and get it back to Fayetteville.
And 3 points. I mean, we're talking about it again. Last 4 games have been decided by 3 points.
It's always usually a close game for the most part.
Like you said earlier.
The last 4 years have been close. What do you think about Georgia and Texas? Georgia travels to Texas. They've not played each other much, historically speaking, but you got, a ton of great athletes on that field on Saturday.
Absolutely. You got 2 great quarterbacks, Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck. Carson Beck's coming off the best game of his career, over 460 yards passing. This is going to be one of those games. Quinn Ewers, big game against Oklahoma in his last game. Didn't start off that well. It's been a little rusty, but when he turned it on from that point on, he ends up going 20-29, doing a terrific job protecting the football. When you look at the Texas team, I always go back to what Sarkisian has done.
Yeah.
Think about what he's done in such a short period of time. This is the only undefeated team left in the SEC. Think about it. This is their first year in the conference. And the way that they've done it is they've done it by building the offensive and defensive lines, not only just starters, but getting depth and quality depth. And you can see it when you're down to your second-team running back, when you're down to your third-team running back, and you continue to play. It doesn't matter if you're home and you're playing against tough games in a neutral site like Oklahoma, or you're going on the road against Michigan and still get the job done on both sides of the ball. That's impressive. And just they're too deep at quarterback. How many teams can go out there and say that at just about every position, that they're that good at just about every position and quality depth behind them? Not many teams. Georgia's always going to be loaded, but one thing about Georgia's defense, they're not as good as they used to be. This is a defense that you're looking at with Kirby Smart. Usually they're in the top 5, top 6. They're 20th. And if you look at Texas scoring defense is 7th in the country. They're number one. They're actually the number 1 scoring defense in the country. They're number 7th in scoring offense in the country. So when you look at this football team, they've got quality depth on both sides. They've got good players on both sides. And they finally got a decent running back in Quadravian Wilson that did a terrific job in his last game, 118 yards. And now when you could run the ball downhill and you've got Quinn Ewers and those wide receivers with the speed outside, they're going to be tough to defend. And that's going to be a good game to watch, but I think Texas wins this game. They're given 3.5 to playing at home. But this is one of those games, they get by this stretch right here, and it's kind of easy cruise for a couple of weeks, because when you get Oklahoma and you get Georgia back-to-back, those are tough games back-to-back for young players to play and to be up and to be healthy and be ready to go. But I think Texas is a team that can handle that, and they get by this game. I think it's easy picking for Texas the rest of the season.
Yeah, I tell you, this is, to me, Georgia is the best team Texas has played. It's not even close. Oklahoma is not on the level of Georgia. Neither is Michigan, even though Michigan's a good football team. So this will be the biggest test for Texas. There's a lot of great athletes on this field. That's going to be fun to watch. Let's pivot real quick to Dallas. Lord have mercy, Mark. We're seeing record losses. I mean, that loss was the worst at home since 1988. It's the first time since 2010 they've started 0-3 at home, and they're getting embarrassed at home. And Jerry's getting mad at folks on the radio. So, what's your assessment of the Cowboys?
How about that on Jerry's birthday? They go out and lay an egg like that.
Yeah,
I
know.
How bad could it be in Dallas right now? This is one of those things that they may be an underdog to buy this weekend. They may be to buy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but I don't think they can do anything at this point, Mark.
No, they can't right now. They're beat up defensively, and you look at the defense. That's their problem. Here's the bad thing about that: Detroit didn't punt in the game. You know, when you don't punt in an NFL game, that's a big statement.
Yes.
You know, and if you punt 1 or 2 times, that's a huge statement. But this is a team. They ran the ball, they threw the ball. They're even throwing the ball to offensive linemen in that game. How bad does that have to get for you if you're Jerry Jones and you're sitting there on the birthday watching the team run up and down the field in your home stadium at Jerry World, and they're throwing the ball to offensive linemen and having fun running up and down the field right in front of your face and your fans. So right now they've got to find a way to turn it around and turn it around in a hurry.
Yeah, it's again, and they're tough. I mean, they've got tough games coming up. I mean, that's the other part of it. I mean, it's not like their schedule's getting any easier. They got a rough road ahead, and great game between your Washington. I want to say Redskins. I want to say that, and in Baltimore, that young quarterback Jaden Daniels is a real deal. You guys have to be excited about that.
Absolutely, he's done a terrific job. And the problem is the defense. They've got to fix the defensive side of the ball, but he's done so many things perfectly on the offensive side of the ball. As a rookie coming in this early in the season, if he maintains this, he might not only be Rookie of the Year. He could be the MVP of the year. I know Lamar Jackson is probably leading in that category. They went head-to-head. Lamar had a heck of a game. But when you watch that game, he didn't flinch at all. That was one of the things I was worried about watching him flinching in that game. When he had to make plays, he made plays either with his legs or with his arm. Very confident young man. Just think about the future for this franchise and what it was under Dan Snyder and what it is under the current ownership in just 2 years, and how the fan base has really come back. Now you've got to pay for a ticket to go to a Commanders game before you can get them for free off the internet.
How about that? I do want to thank Edwards Food Giant and Dugan's Pub for sponsoring Mark May
Thank
each
y'all.
week. What do you think, before we let you go, what do you think of the mess in New York with the Jets and Aaron Rodgers and such?
I'm not a big Aaron Rodgers fan. I never have been. It's just like when you've got an attitude like that and when you show your body language like that in front of everybody, that really gets under me. It's like Kyler Murray with the Arizona Cardinals there. It just gets to me. As a quarterback, you've got to be a leader. When things go bad, you've got to pick everybody else up. When you have a bad play, you can't show it on your sleeve. You can't walk around and criticize your wide receivers. That's the worst thing you can do is criticize any other player on the team. When you're the quarterback, the highest paid player, the most visible player in the franchise, you are the franchise, period. You've got to go out there and lead by example. And I can't stand his body language when things don't go his way. It's like, dude, stand up and do something about it. You know what? If you had a bad play, come back the next time and fire your guys up and get out there and make great plays and go down and score the next time you get the ball.
Joe, you know what that was right there? That's old school greatness from Mark May right there.
That's drawing it up in
old
the
school
dirt.
Super Bowl champion talk right there.
That's dirty tape.
Been there, done that.
That's dirty tape on your hands. Yeah, we're not retaping.
No, that drives me crazy.
I know.
When I see him and other guys do that, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's a team game.
I tell you, Mark, and then who was it? It was CeeDee Lamb the other day that was coming back and staring down Dak and just mouthing off to him. It's like back in those days, you guys would have been, first of all, nobody would have done that back then. Second of all, you'd have been fighting. There'd have been fisticuffs going on.
No, we'd have dragged him back in the locker room at halftime and made sure we set him straight. And the thing is about CeeDee Lamb, before he got that big contract, he didn't do that.
That's right.
All of a sudden,
That's
as
right.
he gets paid, it's like, I got the bag, now I can do what I want.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's exactly what happens, Mark. You know it yourself. Once you got the big contract.
Get open and catch the ball.
And shut up.
Yeah, shut up and do it.
Be a teammate, man.
Yeah, be a teammate. You're and there's another guy that's the highest paid player in the history of the NFL. In the history.
Yeah.
And he's
the whole thing about football's the most, basketball and other, but football, you depend on your teammates more than anything else.
Yeah, you have to have all 11.
You have to have
right.
everybody.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
when you're rolling, it ain't just you.
Yeah,
and
right.
when you're getting killed, it ain't just you. So you gotta be, supportive in both situations. But when it's rolling and you're the guy and you're taking all the glory, and then when it goes bad, you're like, what's wrong? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? What's wrong? It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Who was Mark?
Hey guys, I'll give you a great example. This past week, and I pulled a clip because I do a show on the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray throws a bad pass where somebody runs a bad route. He pouts, stops off the field like a 6-year-old at Toys R Us. Jordan Love, he got the bag on the other side. And at the end of the game in the fourth quarter, he's handing the ball off to his running back. He's down the field 15 yards blocking for his teammate.
Yeah.
That's leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Right.
I like that kid.
How much do you like him?
I like him a lot. What is but back when you were playing, obviously Theismann was the leader, I would imagine. Who was all of those great the Hogs, so your offensive lineman? Who was the number one leader for you guys on the offensive line?
The number one leader was probably Bosser because he was the center. He called the plays, but it was also Russ Grimm, Russ and Jake. And we were all together as a group. And the leader, because we were the Hogs, John Riggins.
Oh,
he set the tempo because we knew John was going to the hospital getting IVs every week.
Wow.
And we knew that he was going to practice early in the week, and he was coming basically out of the hospital on Fridays doing a walkthrough. And then on Saturdays, we'd get on the plane, or if we played at home, that he was going to show up on Sundays and play every single week. So we looked at that guy. He's going to the hospital every week, and he's coming out and playing.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you not perform your best for him?
How about that?
Because he's laying it on the line for you.
Listen to those names. Get you some of Grimm, Bostic, May,
Riggins.
Oh my gosh,
dirty.
And that's why they won 3 Super Bowls.
That's exactly right. Mark, we got Jerry Jones on the phone for you.
I want me some glory hole.
Okay, Jerry, we don't need that right now. Thank you for calling.
Well,
Put him on hold.
Mark, great stuff as always. Hopefully, we'll be back here celebrating a Hog win, and if you could get to 5-2 and 3-1, man, it would be huge for this program. And listen. We can do it, Mark. I like your prediction. I think you're right on target. Just got to go out there and play smart football, play clean football, and hopefully we'll be talking about a win with you next week.
And protect the football. That's the most important thing in these big games. Have less turnovers than the opponent.
Awesome.
Let us borrow Grimm and Bostic and May and Riggins for a weekend.
Yeah. The good old days.
We need more dogs and people on IVs.
IVs, that's right.
Yes.
Shooting up in the locker room.
Huh?
All right, Mark. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Mark.
Have a good one.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too.
Let's see. That's exactly. You got IVs. Now what are the IVs? It's the Kardashians after a party of night of debauchery. They have the IV guy come in. I think I know some people actually, now that I think about it, that do that here in Arkansas.
They do. Like I go to a few golf tournaments every now and then. They have IV people.
You bet.
Is that right? Wow.
Absolutely.
I've never done it, but everybody says.
Well, Pat needed one at your last commercial shoot, I understand. You go from Mark May, Hall of Famer, to 2-time Heisman runner-up Darren McFadden, the GOAT. Where do you get that, Roger? Only one place.
Yeah.
Morning Mayhem. Right here, my friend.
Do it again.
Morning Mayhem.
Yeah,
I missed that.
That's all right. You didn't do it. We were in the green room earlier.
Los Angeles.
And we got Joe Klein.
Yeah, there's another
How
one.
about that? Nobody has Joe Klein, Mark May, and Darren McFadden the first hour and a half.
Nobody does.
And country music artist Justin Moore's getting ready to hop on. Oh, he just got his 13th number one hit right now on the charts. That's all. And his new
After
album.
a day-long effort of planning white and purple because it's a homecoming week, that's tribe colors of pulling his whole the lawn, the
beautiful.
landscape. It's
Beautiful.
amazing. I know
Yes.
that he had Sanders Ground Essentials on his mind, but to see him out there planting things, he didn't have to do that.
All right, if you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037. Don't go away.
Join the Zone Thursday at Lumber One Design One on Colonel Glenn Road. Whether it's a small DIY project or a brand new build, Lumber One Design One is your one-stop destination.
This is Sports Center.
Last night in Game 3 of the NLCS, the Los Angeles Dodgers crushed the New York Mets 8-0, and they now lead the series 2-1. The series will continue with Game 4 tonight at 7 o'clock on FS1, as once again the teams face off at Citi Field in Queens. But before first pitch of that game, however, at 4 o'clock on TBS and True TV, the Guardians will host the Yankees in Game 3 of the ALCS. Currently, the ALCS has been all Yankees, as going into Game 3, they lead the Guardians 2-0. Also on Wednesday night, we saw some college football action as Western Kentucky defeated Sam Houston 31-14 and UTEP beat FIU 30-21. I'm Trip Keeter for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
Obviously a cold, frosty start to our Thursday, but with the sunny sky, we'll be warming up a little bit. We'll see upper 60s and even a high of 70 degrees today in Little Rock. Tonight, clear sky once again. It'll get cold, maybe not as cold. We're expecting a low around 42 degrees. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for two for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Thursday on Out of Bounds, Lee Sterling will join us, ParamountSports.com. He's been giving us some good picks. We'll see if he can follow up Thursday with some college and NFL games. Also, Richard Davenport has a recruiting update. We'll talk Razorback basketball, Razorback football with him. Plus, SEC Media Days wrapping up, talking a little basketball. We'll catch up with Pat Bradley. All that and a whole lot more coming up Thursday on Out of Bounds.
Hey, it's David BAZZEL for Luxury Pool and Spa. It's hot tub season, and Luxury Pool and Spa has hot spring and Caldera hot tubs in stock and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville carries Serona Spa chemicals and frog systems that I use in my hot tub. So don't miss out and start the process of getting your new hot tub today. And next summer will be here before you know it, so start planning today for your new pool. It's a huge investment, and having a company that you can trust is crucial. Jeremy and Shane Lawson build the pools themselves, so they'll know every inch of your new pool. They're trained professionals specializing in custom in-ground concrete pools with tanning ledges, grottos, infinity edges, automated pools, and more. The fine folks at Luxury Pool and Spa even built the head hog, Sam Pittman's pool. The Lawson family have been building pools since 1976. That's 5 decades of trustworthy pool builders. When you have a pool issue, Luxury Pool and Spa are a simple phone call away. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. Online at LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Moms worry. It's what we do. But for the last 4 years, I've worried about making ends meet. The cost of groceries and gas are so high. I just don't know how young families can afford diapers or rent. And as kids grow, everything gets more expensive. One thing I know for sure, French Hill is the right choice for Congress. He was a banker. He understands the economy. He gets it. And he will keep fighting for Arkansas families.
I'm French Hill, and I approve this message.
Political ad paid for by French Hill for Arkansas.
Mickey Hennard for our service department at Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. Whether it's Kubota, Vermeer, or steel, our team will take care of you. Family owned for over 30 years, Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, your hometown Kubota dealer, no matter where you live.
Join Justin and DJ Friday at the offices of Watson Cleaning Services on Keel in Sherwood, helping celebrate Watson's 13th anniversary. Whether it's daily cleaning, floor maintenance, construction cleanup, whatever it is, you can trust Watson Cleaning. The Zone Y, Friday on The Buzz.
Let's keep the good vibes going. Morning Mayhem is back on the air. Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Bonjour from Normandy, France. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem with David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
Yeah.
Woo Pig Suey.
Woo Pig.
That is so good.
Oh, we love it.
So good. 7:30 here on Morning Mayhem. Joe Klein joins us. It's Burger Day at Corky's, both locations, North Little Rock and Little Rock. $8 for all their great burgers. Go by and try it out today. We'll have JM here in just a second. But Roger, if of all the times, it's so cool to have Darren McFadden on each week, but Joe, especially the LSU week with some of the amazing. What you got over there, Roger Dowdy?
I got his opening.
Let's do it.
He's considered the greatest Razorback in history.
Darren McFadden is going to take it all the way.
A two-time Heisman Trophy runner-up.
Got that wood right here.
Arkansas's all-time leading rusher.
Number 5, you better look at him a little closer. He's a football player.
It's DMAC time. Darren McFadden is brought to you by Fortify Building Solutions in Benton for a new metal roof, wall, or building products. Online at fortifybuildingsolutions.com.
Good morning, DMAC. DMAC, are you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
We can. How you doing, buddy?
Come on,
All right,
Roger.
pretty good. How's it going this morning?
We're doing great, man. It's LSU week. I don't know about you. Does every time we play LSU, does that give you some good vibes and great memories?
I was just sitting here thinking as I was listening to you guys and getting ready, man. It was that LSU week feeling is always exciting. I don't know what it is. It's just something about LSU to get your blood boiling. Get your blood boiling and just get ready to play, man. It's I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like I say, for me, I don't know how other people look at it, but anytime we face the LSU, man, I'm excited about it. It's always a big rivalry to me, and I'm not even playing anymore.
Well, they're a good football team, but I don't think they're one of the great LSU teams. Last year we faced Jaden Daniels, and he was the Heisman Trophy winner. We didn't know it at the time, but I think this is a beatable team. The Oaklawn Sports Line, Darren, only has them as a 2.5-point favorite, so most of the experts think it's going to be a close game. Last 4 years, the game's been decided by a field goal, so I think it's going to be a close game to the fourth quarter, and you're playing at home. Great crowd. First time in the history of the program that you played top 10 teams back-to-back, and so I think it all sits up pretty well. Taylor Green has to play well. Hopefully he's completely healthy. What do you think the keys of the game are?
The one thing I feel like with the Razorbacks as a whole, I think anytime you get ready to play LSU, they start to bring a different, and there's an excitement about the program. That's always the feel that I get. I think just just like some of the things the main thing that we talked about the last few weeks, cleaning up some of these mistakes. Getting our quarterback time to throw the ball, our quarterback making the correct decisions back there when he is throwing the ball. Our receivers catching the ball, the defensive players tackling. I think the main thing for us is just cleaning up the mistakes that we've been making. We can continue to run the ball, continue to pass the ball, continue to stop people on defense. I don't think we'll have a problem with LSU at all.
Justin Moore joins us. Good morning, JM.
Good morning, guys.
What's up, JM?
I got DMAC here on the phone. Brought to you by Fortify Building Solutions in Benton.
What's up, DMAC?
Yeah.
I don't think you were on. Justin went on the show with us last week, right?
No, he was on stage with him.
I know, that's what I said. That y'all, listen. Again, I think the next time we were bragging, Darren, that you were saying that that was the first country music concert you'd ever been to.
Yeah, it was, and so my wife turned around and got me to go to another one this past Friday. We went to a Don Lewis show here in the Plano area. That was at the place called Love and War. It was pretty cool. I think y'all got me on or something, man.
Are you wearing boots now?
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta come on in a week.
Boots. Let me tell you, I got some boots, and I thought about wearing some, and I was telling my wife, I was like, no, I don't want to just have boots on, and I don't have the right boots because I would be uncomfortable in them if I were just to have them on.
Well, I understand.
Well, you know what's next?
It's okay to start slow. It's
Yeah,
okay
well-
to start slow.
Hey, can I hear you say, D-Mac, can I just hear you say, what y'all doing?
Hey, what y'all doing, man?
See, that's easy. Well, listen, I think Justin Moore, Justin's next step, since Darren was nice enough to come out and call the Hogs with his own states.
I'm listening.
He needs to get Justin Moore hat needs to be delivered to Darren McFadden.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, listen.
Okay, I thought you were going to recommend I try to sing or something.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
That's out my league there.
We can do that too.
We'll get you a Justin Moore hat. Roger's got one. I've got one. They're good looking hats.
All the cool people have one, D-Mac.
You sound good. I need to join that boat right there.
You're in it.
Well, there's so much. There's one of the things that Justin has said sometimes in the past that's sort of funny. He said sometimes it feels like the Arkansas fans can't have nice things. We can't be successful. We can't get over the hump. We did against Tennessee, number 4 team in the nation, and you can imagine, Darren, what would happen to the program if they win this game. Because now you'll be in the top 25. You'll be 5-2. You'll be 3-1 in the conference. But you got to win.
Killing me,
Joe. Listen, you got to believe, Joe. You got to believe.
I believe.
But
let's have a good first quarter, D-Mac. Let's have a good first quarter. Let's don't turn it over. Have a good first quarter.
Justin Moore yesterday.
You got to get a clean start.
That's right. But Justin Moore's pick up picks yesterday. Justin, you were feeling good about this game too, correct?
Yeah, it's probably half head, half heart.
Yeah.
No, I really haven't been that impressed by LSU personally.
Yeah.
That's really. I mean, the quarterback and a couple of those receivers, yes, but outside of that,
right.
I really haven't been impressed with them. And conversely,
I think the one thing. Oh.
Go ahead. No, please.
I was going to say, I think the one thing with LSU, they're always going to have some athletes on the field. You're going to get a quarterback and some receivers out there. But I'm like you guys, I don't think this is the same LSU style of team that we've seen in the past. And I think this Razorback team is very capable of going out there and beating them. And I could see us scoring 30 points on them easily and coming out with a win.
Well, let's point out, too, they lost to USC the first game. We found out USC is not as good as what we thought they were.
They're not USC. Yeah.
That's right. They're not the USC we expected. Then they beat Nichols. No big deal. They barely beat South Carolina, 36-33. They beat UCLA, who's not
really kind of got hosed against South Carolina. It was a bad call or two. They really. Yeah, it was pretty rough.
They play UCLA. They play UCLA next, which was not a tough game. 34-17. They played South Alabama after that. Their first big game was really against Ole Miss, which I'll tell you one thing impressive about them, Darren. They have only given up 2 sacks all year, and it was in the same game against South Carolina. So they got 2 first-round draft choices at tackle. So they protect Nussmeier, really, really well. But they don't run the ball. They're not a physically dominating running team like we normally see with LSU. But what's going to be interesting to see is, can we figure out a way to get pressure on him? Or I can remember what we did against Mississippi State a few years ago. We overpopulated the secondary and just made them throw everything in front of. So it'll be curious to see what Travis Williams comes up with, for a game plan there. And then Bobby Petrino's had 2 weeks, Darren, to come up with a game plan. I like the odds when Bobby Petrino has 2 weeks to prepare. He's had a great history against LSU too.
I think, like you say, with the 2 weeks preparation time, I think Coach Petrino and Coach Will is going to come up with something for both sides of the ball to be able to do and be able to be successful out there. Coach Will, he's been around the SEC for a long time. He's made that just as a player and now as a coach, but I think he knows the SEC. He knows what he has, what he's going to be preparing for, and I think he's going to have that defense ready to go out there and play ball. And Coach Petrino is another guy. He's been around college football for years and years, and I think he's a guy that's going to go out there and have those guys very, very ready, very well prepared to play as well. And like I said, I think this Arkansas team, I think these guys have been building confidence as the weeks have been going on. And so once you're out there playing with confidence, it's like a well-oiled machine out there. And I think that's what this team is getting to. So I think they're going to be pretty hard to stop once they get going all the way.
Darren's brought to you by. Go ahead, Jay.
T. Will, to me, is the MVP of this team. I just love him, man.
Oh, yeah.
Giving him a couple weeks to prepare.
He brings, man, it's crazy. It's crazy energy, and I think he brings the energy to make guys want to go out there and lay it on the line for him.
Yeah. And I like him with, like Darren said, a couple weeks to prepare. I mean, we obviously know about Petrino in that situation, but, man, T. Will has just been on point with game planning. in game, calling the game. I mean, I've just been so impressed by him.
The other thing too, the coordinator for LSU, the defensive coordinator, Joe and Roger and Justin, $2.5 million. He's the highest paid